Welcome back. We are here for Trophy Gold, Leviathan's Bridge, Part 3. Okay, so our characters have found their way out of uh, Seeker's Rest, and it looks like they're going to be visiting Heartgrove Shrine next. We unfortunately are missing Hudjar's player today, but we hope to see them back in the next session. Okay. Um, So I don't know if there's anything specific that you want to mention that you remember from last time to kind of like, get you in the mode for approaching the Heartgrove Shrine. But I mean, a sentence or two like of anything specific you remember doing from last session.
I was in a little gambling game with some folks there, and and more of a cheating contest than anything else, which I did okay.
Yeah.
Um, I had social combat with Grandmother
Oh
Greenteeth,
yeah.
and yeah, that was fun. And afterwards, every one of us helped some folks in the city,
Had a little mini
and
Hearthfire,
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes. So that was fun. For sure.
mercifully.
Yeah, yeah. People were getting real close. It's like, oh no, we're not even halfway yet. All right, great. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. It's fine. If anything, it's like maybe I was too kind when we were in the horror trophy gold of hissing darkness because people were kind of skirting the edge, but then like somehow survived that. I don't know. Like
Hmm.
Leviathan's bridge is just more dangerous. Um, so anyway. Heartgrove Shrine. While the towering heart tree bears an ancient temple in its upper branches, for most residents of Seeker's Rest, visiting the shrine at its base is enough. Here, a dense canopy shelters moss carpeted pathways, pale fungi, and delicate orchids. There are roots that weave and intertwine in every direction, many inscribed with runes, symbols of small gods, prayers, and remembrances. Shell candles, crystals, and ornaments of repurposed metals are placed in every nook available, while simple prayer flags hang above. Symbols and inscriptions throughout the shrine hint at stories. I think as you make your way to this shrine and see all of these things up above and around on the roots and the canopy, maybe, Masero, you see figures lowering a bundle of bones bound in vines into the water. There seems to be some kind of insectoid creature hinting underneath at a merge at the lowering of the bones. And Vendric, there's waterfowl here, diving under the water. There's fish, of all things, taking flight. And you can see some humanoid figures traveling among them. As you approach the shrine, just tell me what you'd like to do. The goal here, the set goal for this, is to learn the history and significance of the drifting temple. That is your set goal.
Hmm.
Can you tell me more about the bundle of bones that's being lowered in? Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's where again, among all of the things that are here, I mean, like it's symbols of what they worship or who they make offerings to. You just see some of these hooded figures just kind of like this is maybe one of their rites per se. They're nearer to the water, and they are just lowering this bundle of bones um, in the vines. And as you see them lowering it down, again, you see like the hint of some sort of insectoid creature. I don't think you've seen it before. It's not like the mud stalkers that you've encountered earlier. It's more of like you see like a shiny carapace like
Hmm.
coming out of the water, and like kind of like those
Mm.
I can't remember like exactly
Kind of
what they call the
segmented eyes,
orbs.
kind of.
Yeah, yeah, the
Yeah,
segmented eyes, exactly. I was gonna say like pixelated eyes, but that's not quite it.
close enough.
Yeah. And then like maybe like some antenna stalks, like also like kind of making the feelers around because they sense the movement of the bones coming into the water. Yeah.
I mean, we've come here for um, discovering ancient scriptures and artifacts, and I
Mhm.
suppose if that shrine, well, most people don't go up to the top. Maybe we could check it out, and maybe there's some things
Mhm.
that no one will notice when they're missing.
Possibly.
Possibly, possibly. Again, you've got these worshipers, doing their particular rites even on the water as well as like around the roots. The roots themselves again are inscribed with runes, and then you've got all of the little um, offerings like on little dishes like shell candles, crystals, ornaments in redone metal, every nook available. I mean, like so many little things here along the prayer flags hanging above. So, yeah, everything seems to have a story. Everything seems to have an inscription of some sort.
I think I'd like to start by like kind of surveying all the little trinkets and whatnot in the alcoves to see if there's anything that I recognize.
Oh, sure.
If there's like specifically if there's anything from like if everything here is put here by folks who live here or come to here, or if there's things I recognize from like someone might have brought from outside.
Oh, sure.
Bring here.
Absolutely. Okay, so let me go ahead and get into the dice roller. So, hunt roll, of course. What are you using for your skills or equipment to help you
Yeah.
with
Ooh,
this?
equipment. What equipment do I have? Grab hook. Not gonna work. I don't know that I have anything in particular for that. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think any of my skills fits.
Okay. In which case it's like, you'd only get the one
Mhm.
you'd only get the one die for like, trying to explore the world and asking questions about it. So go ahead and roll one die, one light die in hunt.
A two.
Holy crap a doodle do.
That
All
means I
right,
get two
fant.
clues, right?
we wish we wish that's how it worked. Oh my gosh. All right, great. Before I give Masero something terrible to encounter, Vendric, would you like to do anything while you're looking around?
Mm. Mm. I'm mostly interested in finding a way up. If there's like stairs or a ladder or ropes or
Hmm.
any means of getting to the top.
So, if you're going to do a hunt roll, again, a skill or a piece of equipment that will help you with this task, with this
Mm.
question.
Hmm. I mean, it's probably just looking around, right? Or is there anyone I could talk to?
So which skills, or are you going to use a piece of equipment for this?
No, I'm just wondering what does it look like, and I suppose it's just surveying, right? It's not doing anything in particular. I'm not talking.
Ah,
I'm rather watching, looking around, right?
okay.
So, have anything helpful here.
I mean, if not, it would just be the one die
Yeah.
for rolling.
I mean, yeah, let's just go with that then. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? It's okay.
So that's hunt, one die. That's a one.
Well,
I think we
at
don't have
least
any
you
hot
didn't.
tokens.
Exactly. I was gonna say, I'm like, you guys just make sure it's like you figure this out before you do any rolling.
Yeah.
Holy cow, guys! Amazing. Ah, love it, love it. Okay. Oh, get to just throw it all at you right at once. I love it. Ooh. Okay. And beautifully enough, I can make this work in harmony. So I think Masero, like, are you near the water, or are you like, staying like around the roots and such
I
of
think
the
for
shrine?
this, I'm around the roots.
Okay. All right. And then Vendric, you're looking specifically for a way up, yeah? Okay.
Yep.
So, okay. Maybe you're looking in the same place, because I think, Masero, I think you see it first. You see among the roots, you start noticing that there's some glowing patterns. Like, some of the inscriptions start to have this light cast upon them, as if, they're significant. They're starting to make sense. Like, you're starting to think, oh, it's the message from the roots, and it's starting to create these dancing patterns, as if it's giving you a sign. And I think also, as you're approaching Vendric and looking specifically to find a way up, you see these feathery fronds start to drop where Masero seems to be quite entranced. You see these feathery fronds just kind of like lightly just kind of come down, as if they're going to touch him and give him a message. And some of them are coming down to almost like, give you a message as well. Masero, I think you're feeling this feathery touch, as if like the messages are themselves like coming over to you and patting your cheeks, but then they start to stick.
Mhm.
And Vendric, you see this happening, and it's like, those feathery fronds coming down are starting to, like, move themselves and stick to Masero, and then start to come around and down, as if they're going to, like, wrap themselves around him. And they're coming down towards you as well. But I think because you're not entranced by the patterns, you do see that there are glowing patterns above you and Masero, and that there are these, they look like crabs, about 3 times the size of normal crabs, coming down. You hear clicking, and they're like anticipating these fronds bringing you both up to come to bring you closer to them. So, yeah. You both are, yeah,
In danger.
in danger. Yes.
Just a clarifying question,
Hmm.
because that's not part of my vocabulary. What's frond exactly?
Oh, like kind of like a combination of vines and leaves.
Kind of
Ah,
like a
okay, okay.
fern, kind of.
A fern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. They're
Thanks.
like very feathery, like, like
Mm-hmm.
feathery stalks. But yeah, they're essentially plants. But these feathery fronds are quite long, and they are ensnaring Masero, whether he realizes it or not. Ugh. You're getting that message. You're getting that
Mhm.
message. But then, yeah, I mean, Vendric also sees these glowing patterns, but then also sees the tree crabs that are
Hmm.
also around as well. Um, essentially, let's see. Yeah, this is essentially combat. You're being drawn in.
Mm.
I
Hmm.
mean, if you want to, I think you're starting to realize, Masero, that you're trapped, or like you're being entrapped by these fern things. So, however you two want to deal with it, because I mean, like you're essentially dealing with the same things,
Mhm.
basically.
Hmm.
Um, could try to reduce, like it would require a risk roll to try and reduce their endurance before
Mm.
you really enter combat. Granted that, like going by the rule, once you try to reduce endurance, you can't really. You have to wait around to involve in combat, which is interesting if you're both in it. So, or um, or we could just go right into combat and see how you do. So,
So I'm definitely going to shout, Masero, snap out of it.
hmm
mhm.
Yeah, I think like I probably have like enough presence of mind to like kind of like try to swap. Like I feel like if there's like a, it feels like there's just like, oh, is it like a bugs or something? But then
Yeah,
after you shot, I think that's where I realized like, oh,
yeah. You're
grabbed.
being drawn. Yeah, you're being grabbed right
Yeah,
now. And then yeah, I think Vendrick, it's like you're grabbed as well. But then like you're being specifically brought. Like you're starting to be dragged to these tree crab things that are up there.
Hmm.
So
yeah. And so just to like clarify, is it's like kind of like fronds on like vines coming down from above that are
hmm hmm
grabbing me and pulling them up? Great.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I think the first instinct is combat then, like pulling out the sword and trying to like hack away at them.
Exactly. Sure.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's fine.
yeah,
And then Vendrick, like you would have the same issue. So I mean, like you're being drawn with these fronds tangled up in them, and then being brought to the tree crabs. So we'll treat them as like two separate things. Um,
Hmm.
because the vampire fern, I'm just gonna like lay it out. I mean, usually it's like more mysterious, but in this
Ah.
case, it's like since you're both drawn in, it's like you got to deal with the vampire fern first, but then
mm,
like Vendrick will definitely have to deal with the tree crabs after.
Hmm.
cool.
Yeah. So, vampire fern first. Um, because if the vampire fern is um, messed with, then the tree crabs will come down and then like engage.
Right.
All right.
Hmm.
So that's for Vendrick's roll. But okay. So the vampire fern is like drawing you two in. Um, if you want to do anything at this point, let's see. Let's do the rolls as they go. So who's participating in this? I don't want to automatically assume.
I
So,
definitely am.
okay. So that'll be Masero for sure. Um, Vendrick, are you going to try and deal with the vampire ferns as well? Or are you going to concentrate on the tree crabs that they're going to be drawing you to? It is up to you.
I think I'll go for the fern as well.
Okay. All right. So, how do you expose yourselves to injury or attack?
I think I have been exposed already. I'm like as I'm
Yeah.
slashing, I am grabbed by the stuff already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even if I do cut myself loose, I don't know what effect that stuff that's grabbing will have.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and for me, it's probably that I'm ignoring the crabs.
hmm For
Mhm.
right now, for sure. And I
Yeah.
think because like Macero's only just waking up, Vendrick, you do see what is awaiting you all. Like waiting you both when you get further up. Not just the tree crabs, but these fronds that are grabbing you and sticking to you and such. It's like they're bringing you to a point up further in the trees where you see this, how to say, it's kind of like the center of a flower,
Mm.
forget what it's called. I think it's stamen or something like that. And it's kind of peeking outside of this flowering part of this creature, and it's sticking out, but then also like barbed spines are poking out of it now. So the fronds are bringing you to this barbed spine, this barbed spine bulb. So, yeah, it'll be interesting if you get injured by that. All right. So, anywho, yeah. Now you will roll a weak point to see what your weak point is.
That was a 1.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Let's see what. It's a 2.
Okay. Okay.
Getting
All
all
right.
the low rolls out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully.
All right. So take a dark die for each character involved in the attack who has a weapon they can use in combat. So Masero, obviously you've got your, I believe, a sword, and
Yeah.
then Vendric. Do you have any weapons that you're planning on?
I do. I've got a notched cutlass,
Perfect. Okay.
which is great for slicing.
Okay. So
And
who's feeling good about their roll? That wants to...
Since I'm the one getting grabbed,
Okay. All
I'll
right.
go ahead and do that.
okay,
So
I don't
two
know if I
dark
feel
die.
good about it, but we'll see.
I know. Two dark die.
That's a 5 and a 2.
Okay.
oh,
Sorry, Vendrick.
Oh
no
no.
worries.
Oh shit. Okay, so Vendrick, please tell me how you are injured, and how your let's see, hold on. See what it is.
I
Weak point.
think,
That's
yeah,
actually ruin. Like your ruin goes up. So,
I suppose I
or
take
you
the
can mark a
rune.
piece of or you can mark a piece of armor against it.
Yeah, but I know it could be worse. So, right,
Okay. Okay. So,
like
ruin.
it's always a gamble, I suppose.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
really is,
For sure.
unfortunately.
So I picture that the fern that grabs me, the frond, and it stings. Maybe there's like nettles to it,
Yeah.
and leaves marks on my arms.
Right. Yeah. I think also too the stinging like kind of gives you some kind of weird like hallucinogenic effect.
Ooh.
I think tell me how to like to kind of really lean into the ruin part of it. Tell me how the stinging, the venom is kind of giving you like an illusion of being at the fountain. Like what does the fountain look like when it's rebuilt in your vision? Like if you were able
Mm.
to
Mm.
rebuild it, what does the fountain look like to you in this shining moment?
I think it's magnificent. It's as high, maybe higher than this shrine we're currently at. Like the top is above the clouds, and there's like shining marble everywhere and clean water sprinkling down.
Sounds lovely. Yeah. So yeah, you're like you're you got stung and the venom's just giving you like these great visions just before you could get hurt. But what happens is it's like you are I think both of you have struck different parts of the fern, and you have defeated it in that it's
Ooh.
letting you go. Yeah, it's definitely
Oh, okay.
endurance. It's 7 or less. So you're
Oh,
Wow.
like you've slashed at the
Slice.
fronds exactly, both of you. But of course, Vendrick got scratched, and now it's like like in a nice hallucinogenic woo trip, and but yeah, I mean, like the vampire fern's releasing you. You can hear a hissing coming from that barbed shaft bulb, but it lets you go, and you drop unceremoniously down to the platform by the shrine, and there's like kind of clicking and hissing coming from the crabs, as they can see, it's like, well, shit. Now we have to actually go in and get our prey ourselves. Damn it. So now we have to deal with the crabs.
Do we get a gold roll for that one?
Yes, let's do a gold roll first,
Awesome.
because then, like, we can conveniently have you guys find something,
Mhm.
as you're being dropped.
Something falls out.
Yeah, exactly.
Ching!
So go ahead and make a gold roll of 6. Yeah.
Cool. I'll do that.
Yep.
Oh, dang. 3 gold.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I've never seen
nice.
that.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
All sorts of
So,
goodies fall out.
oh, that's nice. Yeah,
Why
so,
don't you take 2 and I'll take 1?
Sounds good.
okay, yeah. I mean, we can conveniently, like, say that's because, like, as you get dropped, um, there's, like, unfortunately, from another adventurer that had fallen unwary, uh, they, there's a traveler's belt that kind of like drops down along with you,
Hmm.
and you find the gold.
Yeah.
You know.
Undigestible.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, terrible.
Some fillings.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Like it can only absorb so much. It's like a pitcher plant, except
Yeah.
like much more dangerous.
Oh.
Oh no. Okay. So now the tree crabs are like, getting in on it and like, saying, well, shit. Like, gotta get in on this. So, tree crabs are starting to come down. I'm gonna say there's like probably about 3 of them
Hmm.
that are wanting to get something
Hmm.
from this. So, who's participating? This is again coming off of Vendric's roll. So,
Mhm.
Vendric, they saw you first, so they're gonna head towards you. But Masero, it's like if you want, you can definitely help.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun to see if I can do a reduction on them.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
great.
cool.
Okay,
Since
but then
I
like
just
that
got
puts you
dropped.
out. That puts you out of the first round of combat. Like
Right,
if they're not
right.
defeated in the first round, then you have to sit it out. So
Right.
okay.
I think since I just got dropped and I see that Vendrick is dazed now too.
Yes, yeah, that's cool. All right.
Um,
So you're gonna reduce.
yeah, I think I'd like to do my ritual, my smite ritual.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay, so
And that is
that entails like what it normally entails. What do we think will go wrong
yeah,
if you failed?
yeah. Um, yeah.
Let's see.
And this,
Easy.
just to like kind of set it, this is gonna be like I think since I have like my sword for like regular stuff, I think this is more of like a like I think the ritual looks like kind of like drawing like a bow like drawing a bow
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then drawing it and like a bolt of energy shoots off of it.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I like that. I think what could go wrong. Give me a second. I just want to double check here. Okay, I think what's going to happen is that when you draw your spiritual weapon, something will go wrong, in which case you will disturb some of the spirits, the offerings here for some of the spirits, and you will definitely incur their wrath. So that will go wrong.
Seems
And
fitting.
that could be bad. Yeah, you're in a spiritual place. You're drawing a
Yeah.
spiritual weapon. Oh boy, they could take it. They could take it
that's
badly.
great.
Yeah,
That's
they could
great.
take it totally badly.
Yeah.
Alternatively, there could be some recoil. Maybe
Ooh.
you fall back or down somewhere.
Spiritual
Oops.
recoil. Uh-oh.
Oh man. That could be fun.
Yeah.
Fun for me, but I mean. Okay, so gather your die for reducing their endurance. I don't know if you want to use the I guess because it's a ritual, it's not using the alternate range weapon
Yeah, I think
rules.
it's
So
ritual,
yeah, we can't really do that. Okay, so that's fine. Light die if it's something that you are skilled at or because of your occupation or background.
Yeah, especially I think this is like it's almost like a command. Like as
Yes.
I'm drawing it, like I'm just like yelling, like get back.
Perfect. Okay.
Like, gross
Yeah,
little
smite thee or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
That's
light
cool.
die for that. Dark die for definitely using a ritual, especially in
Mhm.
this place as I described.
Yeah.
And then a light die for accepting a devil's bargain. What will happen? What do we think will happen, Vendric, if no matter what, to Masero?
I think there's some collateral damage, and you will destroy
Mm.
like a small shrine.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Uh, Collateral damage is always fun. Yeah, you'll definitely have a problem. Like, I will describe like condition you will incur if that happens,
Mhm.
or if you accept that bargain. I'm also going to say that you. Hmm. This is a little bit weird, but I mean, I think you will forget one of the songs that you
Mm.
use to
Oh,
keep
yeah.
the followers of the Piper in your mind.
Oh, yeah. Like the weapon like draws on the energy from the songs, and there's only so many
Exactly.
times.
Right,
I love
exactly.
that
So
one.
basically it's like, you because you're using it, you're
Mm.
gonna lose it, right?
Yeah.
So you're
Maybe
gonna
that's the
lose that.
like the performance skill for that.
Yeah.
Like I'm performing that song and then using it to, and then that's
Yeah,
expends that energy.
that's
I love
yeah,
that. That's
that
great. Yeah.
expends that. Yeah. So that would be my devil's bargain for you.
Yep. I'll accept that one.
Okay. So then
That's
like,
great.
I'll think of a condition name for that in a minute, but I mean like you would roll with 2 light, 1 dark to reduce the creature's endurance.
Ooh, that is a 4 dark.
Okay. So we stop at the 4. Okay. Your ruin does not go up because it's not higher than your ruin. Um, but you do succeed. It's just been complicated because of this devil's bargain that you've accrued. So tell me what this looks like when you are weakening them in a way that you know from this song, from this weapon that you're drawing on. But then, like, what do you feel when you lose that song?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's like as I'm creating the bow, like I begin to sing the song, and like then like drawing it and then drawing it, like as I draw the spiritual string back is when the song kind of crescendos, and you can kind of hear it as it splashes against the crabs, um, and they recoil and skitter, and but as the bolt goes up there, you can like that is where the song is emanating from. My mouth is still singing as it goes up, but the further it goes away, the less sound comes out until I'm just like mouthing. It's not like you can see like I'm inhaling, you can see like breath being expelled as I sing, but no sound is coming out. And then there's like after it splashes on the crabs, there's like this kind of like echoing silence.
Yeah. Vendrick, you see this, and it's like, I think once Masero realizes what happened, I think you're going to see the stricken look on his face. But how that is advantageous to you is that when you look back at the crabs, at what he did, you'll see that out of the 3 crabs, one of them has been flipped because of the blast, and
Mm.
it's having trouble. It can't
Mm.
get up. Like it can't help its friends. So that is definitely a weakness on their
Yes.
part. And because it's like up on its back and it can't really get any purchase, you can see that there's a nice soft little underbelly.
Mhm.
Mm.
So, all right. So that helps reduce the endurance of the creatures.
Cool.
So because Macero is suffering a little bit, like he has to sit out this first round. So let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So it'll be just you participating for this first round of it. How are you exposing yourself to injury or attack?
I think I'm going to unwisely stab the one on lying on its back.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm focusing on the one
one,
that
right.
isn't the real problem here. So that's
Sure.
exposing me to the others.
Okay. All right. So
Oh, that's a
roll a weak
5.
point. Okay. Oh boy. 8.5. All right. Okay. So we're gonna hope here.
Okay.
Now we build the die. Hold on. Okay. A bit of dark die. So it's just one right now.
Okay.
Go ahead. Roll the one dark for combat.
That's a 3.
Okay. All right. So it is not 3 or less. So we go into another round, and this time, Masero, if if you've recovered, then you can kind of help. So let's see. I just need you to roll a weak point once you tell me how you're making yourself vulnerable. Do you think you're still kind of like addled from?
Yeah, I think I'm still kind of shaken.
Okay.
Or not shaken, kind of like drained. I guess I just kind of like expended something
Yeah.
significant, and even like Masero's like 50-50 on joining in at all, I think.
Yeah.
And just like
So not
just
fully.
yeah, like just barely like I there I think it's only because of like the little song scene at the end of last session where I think he softened up a little bit. I think like that's the only little thing that's makes him that draws him like, oh, like I should help instead of I'm sure he can take care of it himself. Oh no, I really should. Oh no. I've
Oh.
become like this crab.
Oh
A
man.
little
Oh
soft
no.
underbelly showing now. Um
Amazing.
yeah,
Okay. Roll your weak point, please, for this
yeah,
combat.
kind of not half-heartedly, but reluctantly going in.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a
Sure.
6.
Oh
Oh
God.
boy.
Woo.
Oh no. Um. We can
Mhm.
only hope. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now it is 2 dark die plus another dark die because it's the second
Okay.
round. So 3 dark die in total for combat, please.
That's a 2 and a 5.
Okay. So
Boy.
Vendrick, your weak point is hit,
Oh.
but you succeed. So
Okay, okay,
please,
that's
okay.
good.
So please tell me how your killing blow is like either routing the other two, or you're able to, just do pack and slash for all of this, but yet you're still experiencing some of this leaning into the ruin of the
Well,
moment.
I'm going to use armor, otherwise I'd
Oh, okay.
die.
Okay, great.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's true. Oh my God. I thought, oh shit. I'm getting you two mixed up. Shit. Okay. All
No
right.
worries.
Okay, good. So, yeah, but
Um,
tell me how the armor helps. How the armor's helping you defeat the crabs, but also like protecting you from
I mean,
danger.
you said they like 3 times tall, bigger than usual crabs, which
Yeah,
isn't that huge,
but I mean,
I
like
suppose.
they right, but they've got their claws,
Yeah,
and
they've got pinches and but what I'm going for is like they're not that tall, so they're going for my feet. And
Mm.
sticking with the theme, they're gonna ruin my new boots.
yeah.
Oh,
God.
your poor
Oh my
boots.
God. Yeah, because their limbs are also
No, my
piercing as well.
boots. Yeah.
Oh
Mm.
man.
And I basically once again I don't have any shoes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
They're ruined
Yeah.
and but I'm going to stab them
Okay.
and kill them
Okay.
in the process.
Alrighty. Cool. Um, sorry.
Yeah,
It's like I should have like made them a lot bigger, but I mean, I'm just like I'm just
No,
thinking
that's
in
fun.
right,
That's
All
right,
right.
fun.
right. Too
I'm
funny.
gonna go ahead and give myself a condition for that whole series of stuff.
I
I'm
was
gonna
trying
give
to figure
myself
out a name. I was thinking like something like
soft
lost
shelled is what I'm taking.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mm,
Oh, I was gonna give you also something for the song Lost, which was Lost Song Forlorn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's kind of like part of what
Yeah.
broke it open.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
mm.
much. Yeah. So that's for when you were in that
yeah,
that bit for your battle.
yeah.
Okay. So, Vendrick, even though you lost your shoes, so sorry. Please roll 7 gold. Roll for 7 gold.
Okay. 0.
Oh,
He is not catching a break.
But
He is gonna
no.
be shoeless. What is going on?
Oops.
Oh my god. It's funny, but it's sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, maybe after they're all dead, I pick one up and look at them and smell at them, see if we might be able to cook them later. But
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
unfortunately, I don't think so, since there's no gold in it.
You're the cook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe these particular ones don't look healthy in
Mhm.
comparison to like other seafaring creatures that you've seen. Like maybe there's something in particular about them that's not wholesome looking enough to eat, right? So, um, especially like it's that whole thing of like, you know, if they're even if they're killed freshly, maybe you hit something in them that kind of created some kind of poison or some kind of like, you know, taint. So yeah, unfortunately they kind of spoiled like right away after you killed them. Oh no. So yeah. But you survived. You both survived. Unfortunately, like, you know, you have to go without again. I'm so sorry, Vendric.
No worries.
Getting used to seeing you barefoot. All right, great. Good thing you're near the water. You can always clean off. Um, but yeah. So yeah, again, there's all sorts of things to see and do here. And because again, all throughout the routes, when they're not the dangerous fern fronds, um, they have the symbols. They have the stories within the inscriptions. So there's things to learn and things to find out within this shrine itself. So,
Only someone with interpretation was here.
of course, of course. Maybe she's still involved, like, you know, down at the down at Seeker's Rest. Yeah, maybe that's what happened. It's like, you know, she was still involved in haggling or talking with the herbalist. And so therefore that's why Hudjar didn't quite make it along with you as you both came over to the shrine. He's not yet.
I'm just so excited.
Yeah. Oh no. So you can attempt to do yet another hunt roll if you like, or we can take our break now, and then like, you know, when you come back, then you can try to make another attempt at a hunt.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So let's do like two past the hour, and then
Cool.
we'll come back and, you know, see what you find.
Alrighty.
Cool.
See you then. All right. So I just disclosed to the players that there is something in this particular set that will help heal ruin if we're aiming for that particular type of treasure. So hunt roll away. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like you just got through the combat. I mean, if you want a little bit of a breather, this is a good time to kind of discuss between yourselves the things you saw as you finished combat with the vampire ferns and the tree crabs, because you both look like you're reeling for different reasons, like from things that you've seen. And Vendric has yet again lost some shoes. So
when I was being taken initially by the vampire ferns, was I experiencing any visions from that?
you were experiencing visions from the glowing in the glowing hypnotic patterns that the plant creature set. So that's why they got to ensnare you, you know. But yeah.
Yeah, I think checking in with Vendric and kind of like describing what happened after we have a moment to breathe. You know, just checking in.
I think you'll see him wipe his cutlass, putting back in the sheath, and he then says, "Well, I appreciate you didn't run away this time."
Oh, I think you're stuck with me now.
That's good to know. So,
I I have enough to leave and cover my burdens right now, but I think Vendrick is in a bad situation, so came in together and we'll leave together.
hmm. Is there anyone else besides us?
I
Are
mean,
the folks lowering the stuff into the water with the insect?
Yeah.
yeah, there's like, still some worshippers that are out like nearer to the water, like with the bundle of bones and such, like the creature has come further out and it looks distinctly insectoid. It's much larger than an insect for sure. Probably the
Mhm.
size of a of I was gonna say a small dog, but I mean, um, like a dolphin, because like
Mhm.
that's the closest
Mm.
thing I can think of to like a water-based creature. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
alligator size kind of.
yeah,
Mhm.
pretty big. And again, you can see the gleaming carapace, and it's like maybe some soaked wings, like diaphanous wings that are sticking to the creature um, in this like sheltered light coming from the canopy.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's people here. Maybe there's also other shrine attendants that are just inviting you and other visitors. Like you two aren't the only ones, but they're inviting you to leave some offerings
Mm.
and sip the fragrant orchid nectar on this special day. A right to open oneself to the spirit world if you so choose. They're hooded. You don't see their faces. It's almost like their faces are deep in this hood that's just keeping their visage dark.
I'll ask one of them why today is a special day.
Let's see. Would you like to make a hunt roll and find
I
out
think
something
so.
about this world?
Yeah. And I'll use my charm for that.
Yeah, let's go for it. Okay. So go ahead and roll with 2 for the hunt roll.
Ooh, that's a 3.
Jesus. Oh my God. Mm-mm.
Something terrible.
Actually, I'm going to allow you to succeed. However, uh, um, but I'm also going to have you encounter something terrible in a different way. um, uh, Vendrick, do you want to do something now, or do you want to wait until after I resolve Masero's thing?
Um, I think I see Masero talking to that hooded figure, and then I remember that we were actually looking for a way up. And maybe I try to learn something about the creature we just encountered.
Mm.
And ma- uh, my thought process is maybe if I study them or learn about where they live, their habitat, that might tell me something about what's the environment like um, up in the trees, you know?
Okay, makes sense. Sure, I'll accept it. So, uh, what you're saying, like, you're using improvisation for this? Oh no, you know what? Like, we'll count the crab carcasses as like the useful equipment. So,
Mm.
Like I'm
Yeah,
cool
and
with that.
also I do have like a codex of beasts.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So
Two.
I picture like having the crab carcass
Oh,
and
nice.
flipping through the book, and
Nice.
yeah, no, it's
Absolutely.
not that. It's not that.
Nice.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, yeah. So go ahead and do a 2 on the hunt roll, please.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. That's a 4.
Okay. Get a token, but encounter something terrible. So, if you would like to trade in your hunt token at the moment, and
Mm-hmm.
you want to get, you know, that thing that I said it will heal ruin, you can totally get
Mhm.
that
I think
if you
so.
want.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I think as you're flipping through the book, yeah, go ahead and trade the hunt token. You
Mm-hmm.
find that there's different offerings here. Um, your eyes just kind of stray to the different plates of things that are available. And I think you see in one of the plates, it hasn't actually been distributed to the actual offering plates yet. It's a vial of what looks like seawater, but this seawater glistens and gleams in a way that you know is not ordinary.
Mm.
And it reminds you from your food tastings, from your delving into different ingredients and such, you know that this is like a very healing type of potion.
Mm.
So you are essentially getting a vial of seawater, blessed
Mm-hmm.
seawater, which heals 1 ruin. So you can choose to use it, hang out and wait if you want. But
I,
yeah, I mean, like I would
I think
suggest.
I'll use it immediately.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you get a vial of blessed seawater healing 1 ruin,
Cool.
for sure. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so got the seawater. But you encounter something terrible, so give me a second. I will give you that as soon as I finish Masero. So yeah, I mean, I think the attendant will be very open to your charm. You're I don't know, being amusing. You're like, being very, very a listening attitude and such. And the attendant will sort of get this cast, like kind of like shake themselves into like a recitation position and tell you, long before the seas began to rise, the ancient goblin seer saw the signs and made preparation. Fleeing from their ancestral home as marauding humans encroached upon their borders, they took to the sea in their canoes, called by the song of a great Leviathan. And as they say that phrase, you feel the hum and thrum in their voice. You can almost hear that song. As prophecy foretold, the beast swallowed a fallen star and became imbued with its power, glowing and buoyant. Guided by this living miracle, generations of goblin kind guarded the beast, tending the mangroves which took root on its back and deepening the bonds within the creatures of water and sky. As they're making this recitation, you hear this song. The harmonies build. They're not even singing, but I mean, like, you hear it within their recitation, Masero. And yeah, I think this is not the end of it, but they make an invitation after they tell you about the fallen star and this mangrove miracle. They tell you, or ask you, would you like to taste of the orchid nectar? You can learn a ritual to become part of this power, glowing and buoyant. You don't see their face. It's all darkness. cavernous in their hood. Learn to be like moonlight.
I think the song has drawn Masero in, and yeah, against his better judgment, I think yeah, is very very interested in learning more.
Yeah. So, if it looks like you're saying yes to this,
Hmm.
it's like they will attend to one of the little offering places, and it looks like there's a bit of the orchids, and the orchids are actually slowly dripping out, a drop at a time, what look like nectar. This isn't natural, but they are collecting it at these different specific orchids that seem to be either dripping it or crying it. Like it's very very significant, right? And this orchid nectar is lavender, shining, iridescent, and it's collected in this tiny little cup that looks like it is made of mother of pearl, which gleams in its own light. And she will offer you this cup, this nectar.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a sip.
Okay. Tell me, as you drink this nectar and learn this ritual, how it bursts into your brain this sense of becoming luminous and ephemeral, floating above the ground.
Hmm. Um, yeah, so the I think as I like the intention is to take a little sip to like get a sense of it, get a taste of it, to see if I'm interested in drinking the rest of it. I think as the liquid just like passes my lips, it's almost drawn in the rest of it. Like I'm not even necessarily doing it consciously, but as soon as the liquid passes my lips, it all like almost of its own volition kind of goes goes down my throat.
Uh-huh.
And there's it's kind of like a what's the not minty, but like a camphor kind of
Menthol.
menthol,
Yeah,
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 menthol kind
yeah.
of feeling. It less feels like I'm drinking liquid, that it almost more like it's like almost kind of sublimating or evaporating in my throat and kind of suffusing my sinuses and like all the other parts of my body. Just any part that is open is kind of infused with this really opening up scent.
Yeah, and I think like Vendrick, just so you can see, like from your point of view, I think as you see Macero take of this little teeny weeny cup and drink this, take a sip, it's almost like his body like hovers, like bursts with this moonlight shining from his eyes, his ears, his nose, mouth, everything, and then is just like suffused with this moonlight that seems to be bursting from him, and like he's floating above the ground, like agog and just shining um, in this moment. You now have access to the ritual Moonlight, which you can easily get in the pop-up window, but you have raised your ruin by one.
Does it raise my ruin or my starting ruin?
It
Or
raises
both?
your uh increases your ruin by one. That's all it
Okay,
says. Yeah.
great. Cool, 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 cool.
Yeah.
I took the opposite drink.
Yeah. So, but you now know a new ritual. Um and like you hover in the air for a few moments, and as you're like feeling these things and being like above the ground and above earth, you're just floating. When you finally come down, I think you can see a little bit into the shrine attendant's hood.
Mm,
More goblin-like features, like you can sort of make out, but I mean, like, they're serene,
mm,
that you've done this, like, that you've learned this particular ritual, and they say, "This will serve you well as you encounter more of us." And it's like the shrine attendant, your vision's already wonky because of having floated in ephemeral space. But I mean, like, you feel like this attendant is like kind of melting away,
mhm.
like as if they are like just blending into the background and no longer there. Um,
Two questions.
yes.
Because my ruin goes up,
hmm
do my features become more goblin-like as I've kind of taken that ritual on from them?
hmm. No indication of that, but if
Okay.
you'd like to say that there's like, some kind of uh, you know, physical change,
Hmm.
that could be you like coming closer to ruin,
Yeah,
if that's
yeah,
what you'd want to do. Yeah.
yeah. I think that's the
As
manifestation
you
of
sink
that.
more into the environment and the
Yeah.
legend. I mean, you heard, like, the goblin, ancient goblin seer, they did this for
Hmm.
generations, you know.
I guess actually three questions then.
I need to go and like resolve
Well,
Vendric.
while we're here,
While you're here, go ahead.
um,
Uh,
am I still holding the cup? And does it look valuable?
no.
Okay. Um,
The cup
did
is
I?
actually back where it is.
Great, great. Does it look valuable?
Well, it looks mother of pearl and iridescent. I mean,
Yeah. Um, would I be able to just take it?
If you do, there's gonna be a problem.
Hmm. I probably know that being infused now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
I mean,
I
like,
think
you are in a holier place, right? Because
yeah, yeah,
you're at a shrine. I mean, like,
yeah,
regular shrine rules apply.
yeah.
How
Do not touch.
disrespectful do you want to be, right?
Yeah, Masero 2 sessions ago would definitely take it. I think
Oh, yeah.
it's different now. Um, have I learned enough of the history and significance of the Drifting Temple to satisfy the set goal?
Not yet.
Okay.
There's more to the story, which, again, it's like, Vendrick, got to look at the crabs and everything like this, and
Hmm.
got excuse me, a hint into their particular background. Give me a second.
Mhm.
I need to resolve their role. Give me a second.
Yeah. I think I gotta come back to Vendor kind of wild-eyed and be like, you'll never. This is the stuff I know now.
Oh my god.
You don't
He's like,
understand. There's a fucking whale carcass.
oh my god, that's
Here's a
amazing.
star. I can float.
Oh my god.
Nice. Do you feel any different?
Yes, very different. Ugh, you should try this stuff. It's really good.
Yep. um, I think maybe you're looking, you were checking out the crabs in terms of, like, not only for them as, creatures that are making their way through the root system and then like
Mm.
up towards the temple, but also, like, kind of like what they're eating, because like you're almost doing like an autopsy kind of thing.
Yeah.
um you can see that there's bones, like they've had other adventures, even, like,
Mm.
some remains of bones. But as your eyes are leading from your book to the crabs and then like around the area to kind of look up and see what's going on, I think you do find, besides the vial, you can see bits of the bone, like, further up, and the way that you can see them further up is that there's also, excuse me, interspersed with the roots, you're able to now see that there's some hardwood steps here, hidden partially by the roots that they were traversing. So these steps are embedded in the sides of the heart tree, and they lead upward. So you can totally take that route up if you want to. But I think you'll see more of the those fronds that you encountered earlier. That you'll see them like kind of wave very innocuously on the sides of the steps, right? They're just kind of like dropping down, like they're like nothing. They're waving in a wind that may or may not be there. So it's like, hello. You're welcome to come up if you want, but yeah.
Okay, I've got an idea. So
I have to give you something terrible, but I'll wait.
Okay. This could be. I'm just going to tell you what I'm thinking, and you can tell me whether that's a risk roll or hunt roll or something else, or just story was. I mean, I don't have any shoes left, so I'm going to improvise, and I'll use the shells of the crabs to I'm not sure if it's enough for one person, if it's enough for two people, but if it's just not enough, maybe there could be gloves or shoes or anything that might help us navigate the fern, because those crabs aren't affected. So if we shield us in a way, we could navigate it better.
Yeah. Oh, I love that idea. I'm just trying to think of what this would be. So you're suggesting basically using the shells as kind of like a disguise for like making it through the fronds. Yeah. Oh my God, I love that idea. I'm gonna call that a risk roll of sorts if you want to give that a shot. Of course, like, what could go wrong is that the vampire ferns are smarter than that, and so therefore they're just gonna completely ignore it and then like try to get at you again. Because like, you don't feel like a crab, like that sort of thing. Yeah.
And maybe it's well, since it's plants and they're not intelligent, or I'm not sure what they exactly are, but they can't see, but they feel, and the surface is different. And basically, maybe we just have to protect our our skin that is exposed. So for me, it's the feet, obviously, and maybe the face and the hands. and so I hope it's enough for the both of us.
Oh man, that's amazing. Well, I mean, like, I said there was like 3, so I mean, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Think snow crab size, whatever. It's like it's big enough, I think. So I will accept that. It's just you would be the one traversing it and then like, taking on the danger.
And if it's safe, Masero can follow.
Sure, exactly. Like you can kind of point out, although it's like Masero has like some of his own issues. So we'll see.
I mean, if it doesn't work, he can just float.
Exactly.
Above it.
Exactly.
Totally safe.
Yeah. All right. So as we normally do, I already said what could go wrong. Light die if something that you are skilled at because of your occupation or background, or you have useful equipment, you're using the shells. So
and improvisation.
That's the light die. Exactly. Perfect. So light die for that. Dark die, you're risking your body for sure because you're not sure if this is going to totally fool them. And then a light die for accepting a devil's bargain. What do we think, Masero, for a devil's bargain, no matter what?
And this is the 4. Can you describe again exactly what you're doing just so I get this right?
Yeah. So basically, I'm taking the shells of the crabs and putting them on my skin, everything that's exposed, so I can walk through the fern
that's what I
without being
thought.
attached, without being stung. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think whether it works or not, they permanently fuse to your skin.
Whoa. That's a hella devil's
Whether
bargain.
it works or not.
Amazing.
Like
Amazing.
all of it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Why? Oh no.
Well, one thing I will say is like at least you don't have to worry about any shoes.
That's
true.
Because you got crab carapace on you.
That's true.
I'll accept that as like if it succeeds, I will accept that as a worthy replacement for your shoes as a piece of armor, right? Like crab carapace. But anyway, holy cow, that's amazing. Oh, jeez. You don't have to take it. You know that, right? I mean, like with any trophy Devil's
Yeah.
Bargain, it's like you can take it, you don't have to. You just don't
That's
get that
true.
die. Let me see what I can come up with. Give me a
It's
second.
juicy.
I was just so shocked.
I mean, it's just perfect because if a devil's bargain is too convenient and people take it all the time, and then it's not so much fun. But if it's something like,
Uncomfortable.
oh yeah, should I take it or not? But I want to
Right.
die, but it's such a horrific consequence.
Yeah, it really is. It's like, oh man. And that's also body horror too. So it depends on how much like horror you like. Give me a second. I think I know I can come up with something. I just can't think of what it is. I think, and you don't have to take this. You don't want to. I think this devil's bargain is no matter what, if you do this, you will inadvertently have one of the offerings in one of the plates like stick to you, which will anger one of the spirits that lives here. So you will definitely get a condition if that is the case, because you have an angry spirit.
So can you just repeat what my options are?
Your
So
option is either having the crab carapace stuff stick to you as part of you, fusing with your skin, no matter what, permanently, or you will have one of the offerings stick to you, and you will be removing it from the offering plate, and an angry, vengeful spirit will be dogging your steps, inflicting a condition upon you.
Both really good.
So, or you don't have to take either. I mean, again, it's just like a mechanically, you don't have to get that second light die. It's either or not.
I really like the trope of angering spirits, so I think I'll go with that.
Nice.
Okay, so angry spirit trope. So go ahead and roll 2 light, 1 dark, please, for your risk.
It's a 5 dark.
Okay. So you do succeed. Is this higher than your current ruin?
It is.
Yes, you got a place in Wow,
Welcome
it's just
back.
like this. It's this on the edge stuff that is just so terrifying for me.
Yeah.
On your behalf, I'm just like, oh no. Okay, so explain to me, as you are doing this, and it seems to be working. I mean, like, tell me like how this looks. Like, it's working, but yet it's like, what what offering do you think sticks to your disguise that like raises an angry spirit, and I will tell you what comes of it.
Oh, okay, I got it. So I put on the shells of the crabs, and they don't stick, sadly. So there's this like a basin of tree sap, holy tree sap or something.
Mm.
I'm going to smear that on my skin, and then I put on the crab shells and say, that should do the job. And put some on my face. And then, yeah, it. I think at some point I kind of regret it because it feels weird, that my rune goes up because I feel, okay, maybe I should have not done that. But then I walk through the front and
Mhm.
works like a charm. So, I mean, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
problem for future Vendric, I suppose.
Problem for future. So yeah, I mean, like you can see the experiments working and everything, but I think as you're getting uncomfortable because of the feel of the tree sap and such, maybe it's even giving you like a recurring vision of the glistening clarity and cleanliness of the Hisham's fountain that you saw earlier. You're
Hmm.
like almost begging for that again. I think you hear a very harsh whisper in your ear saying, "How dare you take some of my holy sap? That is the lifeblood of my root. That is my life force that you have taken with nothing in return. How dare you?" And you don't see anything, but this is just giving you like even stickier feeling
Mm.
as you gain the condition haunted. And maybe intermittently you will hear this voice, like, berate you for stealing away their offering without giving something better in return. You know. And it's kind of like following you up the tree. I mean, if you
Mm.
come back down, like, showing Masero that it's working, like, the fronds are ignoring you or just kind of like waving ineffectually, nearby, um, you know, you can totally like come down and see that. I will say that there's, an opportunity for um, another hunt roll if you'd like to try and get more history from the inscriptions to get more significance on the drifting temple higher up.
Mm.
So yeah, but it works. So you can
Yeah.
you can totally let Masero know, hey, look at this, look at me.
Ah,
But don't use
it's
the tree sap,
safe.
otherwise you're gonna have like some. Do you tell Masero that there's some problem with using sticky haunted tree
I
sap?
think so.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna shut down. It works, but maybe try a different way to make the shells stick to you.
Mm-hmm. Just lick them and stick them on.
I think one of the shrine attendants will recognize what you did, Vendric, and then
Mhm.
basically say, kind of like give you a tut or a tisk
Mm.
behind their hood, and then say, "Oh, that spirit is quite an angry one. They don't like their sap being used for other means. It is to give them life, to give them spirit, sustenance, not to be used for frivolous means."
But you see, I'm actually trying to trying to spread its gospel as I'm seeking. I'm a pilgrim, you know. I'm not just an ordinary adventurer. And basically, I'm going to lie to that person
Oh
to
my
get some
gosh.
information.
Oh gosh, I love it.
Whoa.
Oh, love it. Oh, so I can totally count that as a hunt roll using
Yeah.
lies. Sure. Okay. Yeah, you're getting more information. So 2 on the hunt roll, please. Very clever.
That's a 2.
Jesus!
Mm.
Oh, Vendric.
Oof.
I'm so sorry. Normally I don't advocate for using physical dice instead of using the trophy dice roller, but it really, really, really does not like you today.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh my god. Just for funsies. Just for funsies. I'm not saying I'm going to accept it, but I just want to know, do you have 2 physical light dice that you can play with right now? 2 physical, like 2d6
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
can
do.
roll?
Wait. 1 second.
Just out of
Just out of
curiosity. I
curiosity,
just want to
yeah.
know. What'd you roll?
1 and a 3.
Oh, okay, so not much better. You'd still encounter something terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe this is just Vendrick's luck, right? I don't know. I mean, god dang it. All right. Oh, man, Vendrick. Terrible. I can't do that to you. No.
No, you can be mean.
No, I can't because it's like, if I was going to be really, really mean, I would have done it when you had the 1. When you rolled a
Oh,
1.
okay, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Poo. God. Oh, I know how to make this terrible. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, the shrine attendant, you don't see it because, of course, like, very deep and dark in their hood, but you feel them smile, and all they do is, maybe you're very close to one of the roots of the tree, and I think they're going to just point, like one of their fingers just kind of like lifts up and points to a point like above your head, and you will see, oh god, you will see 3 more tree crabs, like
Oh
just kind of
no.
like looking down at you, snapping their claws. They want revenge for their brother or whatever.
I mean, I'm trying to say, hey, I'm one of you guys, but probably won't work.
No. And it's like, and then like you hear the vengeful tree spirit go, "Ha! That's what you get. They recognize you're not one of their own." So, yeah, you've got 3 tree crabs like honing in on you now. Crap.
If I did a ritual,
Okay.
they would attack me right away if it's just me, right?
Yes. Yes. Oh, well, okay, which ritual are you planning on doing?
So since I studied them earlier
Mm-hmm.
with my book, I suppose I learned something about what they eat,
Yes.
what are their predators as well. So
Mm.
I'm trying to change my voice so it sounds like a predator that would eat them to scare them or
Oh, wow.
distract them.
That would be a risk roll to reduce their endurance. So we can call it that. Yeah, they haven't quite engaged you, but I mean, like, again, it's like they're honing in on you because you're wearing their brothers. I mean,
Yeah, and running away is probably not an option.
um, is it if they're being honed in on, is that an option, Mark? Like,
I
speaking
mean,
out of character.
it might be a. I mean, that might be a risk roll as well. getting away safely.
Yeah.
Especially like if you're, our environment is a little bit treacherous as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
But
I'll
getting
try
away
to.
with a risk roll might be safer than engaging in combat, depending on how you feel about your armor.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, the one good thing about like, when you're in combat though, is that the use of armor will clear all ruin.
Yeah.
So even if you get more than 1 point of ruin,
Yeah.
then piece of armor will clear all of that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'd be fine to roll up a new character later.
Yeah.
So.
God! Oh, Vendric, I'm so sorry.
No worries. So I'm definitely going to use that ritual. So
Nice.
Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, I mean, like if you want to reduce their endurance, or just run away, like, it would still be a risk roll either way.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. I'm going
yeah,
to
yeah.
reduce the endurance.
Okay. Okay.
Gonna push my luck.
We'll push your luck, absolutely. Okay. This is like, based in some Blades in the Dark stuff, so sure. What do we think will go wrong? They will not believe that their predator is coming. That's the basic point. And then they will still try to come after you.
Or they redouble their efforts and try and overpower the predator instead of running away.
Right.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
It's eat or get eaten.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So then we build the roll. You are definitely taking the dark die for using the ritual.
Yep.
Light die for something that you are skilled at, or you have the useful equipment to help you in your lie.
Yeah, lie as a skill.
Okay. All right.
I think that makes sense.
What do we think is for Devil's Bargain for that second light die?
There's something that preys on their predator that's attracted.
Oh, that's amazing.
Sure, confounded. Confounded. A friend of my, enemy of my enemy is not necessarily my friend.
Maybe those
Yeah,
bug things.
I love it. Oh my god. Just a bigger fish, just a bigger crab, whatever. I mean, I don't know. That's a cool one. How to make this no matter what. You're gonna use your voice. Okay. I don't know how to make the no matter what, like, kind of, like, just be glaring but temporary, right? I mean, like, I feel like it's always something that happens whenever you offer up a Devil's Bargain. So, yeah, I don't have anything at the moment. That's the only problem. So it's either Marc's or not.
That's fine because I like it and I'll take it.
Okay. So what was the Devil's Bargain again? Just so I have it.
Whatever preys on the crab's predators is attracted to the sound.
Attracted. Okay. Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll the 2 light, 1 dark, please.
Oh!
And I'm going to die.
Oh my god.
There we go.
But it works.
It totally
works.
Oh, okay.
You scare them off.
I think you can figure out. I think you can figure out how it all goes horribly wrong. I mean, unless
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it sounds like you scare the crabs away, and you're like, "Oh, good," and then like deeply sea.
Yeah. So go ahead and describe how successful you are.
That's rough.
It's amazing.
Oh my god. Oh. I'm gonna cry. Just Vendric's behalf. All that work.
I mean, I'm happy because I was able to use that ritual. I really wanted to see it,
Oh my
but
god.
even though it didn't turn out the way I expected. Yeah, you can see him crouching down and making a bird-like noise because
Nice.
there's like
Mhm.
kind of heron that's with a very long beak that usually preys on those crabs,
Mm-hmm.
and we can see them really um yeah, probably hesitating, and then they scuttle away.
Yep.
And as you said, I really like that image. Vendry goes like, that was easier than expected, and something rustles behind him, and there's like maybe like a giant toad or something,
Jeez. Oh my
crawling on the
god.
floor up the tree, and then he slowly turns around, and that toad or frog thing just eats him. That's
Oh
brutal.
my sixth
Yeah.
ruin.
And Masero's just like,
Yep.
oh.
Yep. Ha 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 ha. Oh my god. Amazing.
Maybe you can have my gold afterward that falls out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what's all that's left.
Oh boy.
Like, cause that toad, I forget whether toads actually have this, but I mean, like, that prehensile tongue
Mhm.
just kind of comes out
Yep.
and like
Blap.
sticks in the plot, like literally right out of your clothes.
Yep.
So,
Crab shells just fall to the ground.
Yeah.
oh my god, oh my god, what an image! Holy shit!
Oh boy.
Oh jeez.
Whew.
Oh god. Okay, so I don't want to go any further. At least not right now. Okay, I did say I wanted a shorter session, but
Yeah.
wow. Wow.
I think like seeing that happen, like Masero's like saber comes out of its sheath like 6 inches and it like goes back in.
No.
And I think like he's just in like complete shock. And I think I go back to the like walk back to the marketplace to tell Hudjar what happened.
Yes.
Because fuck this shrine. This is just bad.
Right. But actually, like, good news is that
Mm,
if you do want to choose to go that route while
mhm,
you're percolating a new character for next week, since I know you're not going to join us for next week,
mm,
Michael, I think what would be really hilariously funny is that instead of going to Heartgrove, that like you go to back to the marketplace to get Hudjar, but then you
mhm.
both end up going to Leviathan's
Yeah.
Bridge,
Yeah. That's what I
and
was
then
thinking.
you meet up with
Yep.
A new
Michael's new character afterwards, or
Yep.
like wherever you end up at like that next
Yeah,
session. Oh my god,
it's amazing.
amazing!
I think this was a
I am
bad idea.
impressed. Right, right. Oh my god, I'm so impressed, but yet I am also horrified. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I think as Masero, you back your way out of the Heartgrove Shrine. I think the toad just kind of like there, there, and then
Be very
the
careful
attend.
not to make any heron sounds.
Yep, exactly. And then the attendant just kind of will smile inside their hood, and then we sort of hear it as a voiceover, and it's like it's that vengeful tree spirit, and they say, "I told him so," and
Yeah.
that's the laugh that leaves like Masero like heading out of the Heartgrove Shrine, although he doesn't hear it.
Amazing.
Amazing. So yeah, like early break. Can't
Woohoo!
wait. Can't wait until this converts and we can like I can just, post it in our chat. It's like, James, watch this.
Everything worked out great. We did it. We solved it.
No. Oh my god, too damn funny. So yeah, stars and wishes. Stars, Michael, for just
Yeah.
rolling with all of the punches, and punches they were. But very clever use of your skills and also your rituals too.
Yeah, just going
Just,
for it. It was
I'm
great.
just sorry the die rolls were just such a dick to you today. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but I'm also enjoying like just
Yeah,
the
obviously.
sheer chaos. So good. And then Masero, like, you feel like you're like redeemable in this
Mhm.
particular session. Like, you were such a shit earlier on, but now you just feel like a little bit more like, well, yeah. Yeah, I think I can stick with it. Oh, and then you said it's like, I'm gonna stick with you from now
Oh
on. I
yeah,
don't
we're
think you
leaving
want to stick that
together.
far.
Oh
No,
no, we're not.
no.
Oh shit. We're not leaving together. Okay. Okay.
So good. Oh my god, that is just so ironically funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so I had fun today, if you couldn't
Yeah.
already tell. Oh, this is great. It's
True
like almost,
combats too. And like
oh my god. So, like almost comedic gold, but it was just like, no, it was make perfect sense. Perfect sense. Okay, I'm done. I think I have no wishes except for let's get you through the rest of the incursion, please.
Mm.
Unless we all end up with like, like all three new characters by the end, which I'm sure has happened.
oh yeah.
But you know,
Mm.
Yeah, for sure.
this is almost as funny as my character going out for lack of pockets in the trophy gold incursion that I played, where my big himbo like just got 7 ruin and got lost to the environment for sure. Oh my god. All he wanted was to get a present for his betrothed. That's all he wanted. That's all he
Oh,
wanted to do.
buddy.
Oh, buddy. That was great. Anyway, and I blame Gabe's new character coming in and bringing in the horde, and that killed him. That killed my character.
Mm.
So, yeah, I will never forget that. That was like the best, again, comedic, but yet also tragic moment. Okay, I'm done. Stars and wishes.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's a lot of cool stuff in there all around though. Like I think your descriptions of all the different little set pieces are great. Um, I wanted to check out what the deal with the insect worshippers with the bones and the water, but I am not going to. That's totally fine. Um, yeah, it's like I was expecting it to go out, but not. Yep, I guess not this time. Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I wish just like see how Hudjar deals with the loss of our friend, and we decide to move
yeah,
on.
yeah. She'll probably be very pragmatic about it. It's like it was his time, something like that. Oh no. Oh
Um,
man, that's hilarious.
Technically, between the two of us, we have enough treasure to get out and fulfill both of our burdens, but we're not going to do that. So
oh, if you count like the font stuff as well.
yeah, I've got 4 that'll cover my 4, and then
Oh, okay.
the treasure. Oh no, we're 1 short. I think so. Yeah, still
Mm.
going on. Still going on.
Yeah.
Gotta make it
And
worth
that's
Vendric's
assuming
sacrifice.
like you want to sell everything for gold by the
Right,
end
right.
of wherever you want to end, right?
Yeah.
Or end of the incursion. So, yeah.
Yeah, but now like, I got that vision of the star and all that
Mhm.
stuff. Like I'm more drawn by that than anything else.
Oh yeah, and then you have the new ritual now, which like even
Hmm.
increases your desire probably to
Yeah,
like,
and casting rituals is totally safe. So
yeah,
oh.
absolutely. In this
As
world,
we've just seen.
absolutely. It's fine. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
looking forward to seeing what happens next.
Oh man.
Cool. So yeah, I really enjoyed today's session, especially um it's so interesting how invested you get in a character, and then Mads, you've been so kind last time with us getting new armor or reducing ruin, and today as well, and still.
Still. Oh.
But I really liked the way he was taken out, and I'm 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 really happy because I think I could have played that character longer, but I was able to get in all my delicious in dungeon inspiration,
Hmm.
and especially with putting on the crabs. There's like one episode where they
Yes.
put in a frog
Yeah,
suit,
the
so
frogs. Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking of.
so good.
And I really liked seeing the world, and we totally don't belong there, even though we kind
Yeah.
of try, but still like angering the spirit, and the way you portrayed that spirit was pretty cool. I like that a lot. And also the shrine attendants
Yeah.
and Masero taking that nectar in, and that was really good. And then just at the end, like that, nope, I'm not gonna deal with that moment. That was another star for me.
That was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I think those are my stars. I really had a fun time, and my wish is to return next time with a new character, and I think
Yeah.
it's quite good that I do have enough time to
Mhm.
think
Oh
about
yeah.
it.
Oh
Probably
yeah.
most time I'll spend is for looking up a picture, because
Mhm.
making characters is so quick and easy, which is amazing.
It really is. And you again, you know what your fellow characters have for occupation, background, drive, whatever, and then you could
Mm,
just like pick out other things
Yeah.
from them.
yep.
For sure. Or like, leave it up to chance. Again, those randomizers at the bottom should still work, or
Hmm.
the other separate site that does random trophy gold characters. But yeah, there's just like so much richness when it comes to this sort of thing. So I will say that there's one, two, three more sets in this incursion.
Oh,
So,
okay.
you
Hmm.
know, again, most likely Masero is going to be convincing Hudjar that it's a good idea just to go straight to Leviathan's bridge next time.
Yeah, that place is bad news. Let's not go there.
Right.
Mm.
So basically, you can rejoin them on Leviathan's bridge, depending on
Hmm.
if they solve it or not, or if they advance to the Bone Garden, in which case, yeah, there's opportunity to meet over there too. So
Yeah.
can't wait to see what your new character is like. And then yeah, we'll hopefully have James back for next time so we can see how much trouble Hudjar and Masero get into. Oh God, it would
And
just go ahead.
where's the randomizer exactly?
It should be on the very. I thought it was on the very bottom. I'm
Yeah.
mistaken. I'm sorry. Um,
No, no, I'm just not familiar
no. You
with
know what?
the
I think it
character.
was only for the Trophy Dark character sheet because there's so much on the gold because it does include the Hearthfire stuff that they don't have room for the randomizer. I don't think.
Yeah.
But I know that there's a site
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
I used
Yeah.
that also.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Just go ahead and use that.
Hmm.
And then yeah, roll up a character if like you get into analysis paralysis for deciding
Yeah.
on everything because there's so much for sure. Oh my gosh. And you guys did such a great job today.
That was
Oh,
perfect. We should
it
have
was so
taken
good.
Hudjar with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh well.
yeah. Oh well, I mean it's fine. So now yeah, the more more advancing up into the upper branches of the heart tree. So I look forward to
Mm.
seeing that for next time. Oh my gosh, you guys are so great.
It's
I'm
so much
sorry. I'm
fun.
like just so excited over this thing because it was just like I was saying in offline of just like, is it okay? Does this seem on par? But it's like, yes, this happens, and especially
Yeah.
The dice rolls are just so
Yeah.
Yeah,
such
and
a
kind of
mess.
like we were talking about, like that it's more often than not the player's choice. Like we could have just chosen to run or
Yeah,
do
true.
whatever. Like
Mm.
casting a ritual at 5 ruin is like you got a chance of just going out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's not a huge chance, but it's a chance. And that's a
Yeah.
like you choose to take that risk, and sometimes it
Mm.
works out, and sometimes it works out like this,
Yeah,
and they're
exactly.
both great. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
that
narratively
element
it's quite
of
satisfying.
yeah, the
Hmm.
element of like player driven risk is the
Mm.
part that's just like so
Yeah,
great.
that's what I really, really enjoy. And then if it had turned into a combat, anytime that you're in combat and you get ruined, you
Mhm.
can, you know,
Yeah,
clear all of it by using a piece of armor. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
there's
yeah,
ways to get around it, but narratively,
yeah,
what do you choose? What makes sense for your character,
yeah,
right? So, it's great. I mean, again, can't wait
yeah.
till this converts. Gonna post it over in our chat and then say, James, you must watch this before next time. All right. So have a wonderful vacation if that's what you're doing
Yeah.
next week, Michael. And then we
Yes.
will see you in
Thank
a
you.
couple of weeks. And then we'll see where they ended up because it could be anywhere up there in the heart tree.
Uh-huh. Looking forward to seeing
It'd
it.
be a new character for me too, so we'll see.
Oh yeah, that would be I'm we'll see. We'll see how weird this trophy dice roller gets for
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
next week. Can't wait to see it. All right. So thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and
Yeah.
we'll see you next time.
See you next
Thank
time.
you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.